What's up, guys? You're watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. We're out here for episode 52. It is 1/8/22. I know. I miss him too. What's up, guys? I hope you had a good New Year's. 52 episodes. That's one episode a week for 52 weeks, and that's crazy. Thank you all for being on this ride with me, on this journey, on this adventure, on this Quezt. As you can see, I have a very special Quezt lined up for you guys, so we're going to jump right into that. But before I do, fuck you, Eli. Excuse me. Did anybody order the fillet of fish? I love you, Eli. Your boy went to the Comedy Zone on Thursday for like the first time in 2.5, 3 months. Because, you know, with overtime and everything, I told you guys about it. So your boy was 2 minutes in to a 3-minute set vibing. Like I hadn't missed a fucking step, dude. I'm telling you, I was on stage. Boom. 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 Your boy. I was doing okay, all right? And then I started fucking with these guys that I usually fuck with. Like, but I got a little too deep in the crowd work. Like, I got their names, and I forgot my finishing joke. Now, did I recover and replace it? Yes, I did. But I didn't get that one off. So, catch me at the Comedy Zone next Thursday or whenever I go back, and hopefully I can nail that joke instead of having to pull in the autographed Harrison Ford Indiana Jones whip joke. Anyways, no spoilers. Speaking of no spoilers, your boy saw Spider-Man today. I was impressed. Did I fall asleep? Yes. That's why I did the whole... Did I fall asleep and wake up to 2 mirrors? Anyways, hey, you're leaving it. So, your boy saw Spider-Man today. Now, did I eat this much of a popcorn? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I put butter all on it, and I cheated on my diet, and I had a large root beer, and I sucked that down before the previews got done, so I had to go refill it. And when I fell asleep for a little bit, and then I woke back up, I had like a quarter left, so I had to pee like the whole time. Anyways, that was my movie experience. And so I think, no lie, if I get surround sound, I'm done with the movies. Now, streaming, like I can pause it and go to the bathroom, and I can get up and get real food and not feel really shitty about bringing like huge like nachos and pizza and dude, no way. Popcorn, and that gets everywhere. So imagine if it was something, imagine if a dude's like eating a rack of ribs, like Eli. Dude, lay off Eli. But anyways, that's what I did. I recommend go see Spider-Man No Way Home. It has to be, I was talking to Miranda about this. It has to be so rewarding to be a fan, like a fan, who's watched everything that the cinematic universe has had, the shows, and even Sony, when they did Venom, like you have to watch everything. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. But in order for it to make 100% sense, for it to be pure, you have to watch everything. And no. But I was just talking to her like, I bet that is so rewarding to have it all make sense, to have it all wrapped up and be like, oh my God, I understand every reference. And your brain is... But no. Not for me. Not for Robert. Not for Robert. Dude, shout out to Imprint Jones. He gave us a Spider-Man related imprint of the week. that we're going to hop into again. But before I do, I want you guys to know, ladies and gents, this will be the last imprint of the week. Scratch that. This will be the last version of this kind of imprint of the week. Torian and I are going to, or Imprint Jones and I are going to work on something together that I have in the works. That's in the works. And we're going to go over that, and we're going to present it in a more digestible way for you guys. So, imprint of the week, fucking shout to Imprint Jones. Dude. If Robert Dylan Vasquez existed in any comic book or fictional fantasy universe, in an ultimate final showdown, which version of you, whether it be a villain or hero based off of any popular characters in the form of you in this multiverse, would win and why? Okay. So, what I have in mind is a me versus me. And that's the first thing I thought about is I get to be the hero and the villain. Because there's nobody equipped to stop me except for me. Oh my God, that would be such a badass trailer if he's just like, there's nobody that can stop me except me. Dude. And I feel like the villain me would be winning against the hero me because I wouldn't want me to perish, so I would try to do anything to save me while also saving me. And the villain would have me. God. All right. Count how many times I say me. It already started. I'm not going to say go. So, there's me and then there's me. And I feel like I'm beating me. Or me is beating me. I can't. So the villain version is winning. And so the hero version of me, of Robert, whatever form that may be, because I could be the Batman and the Joker. That's a little too easy. There's not like I'm not going to say there's not an evil man. So it's me versus me. And then there's a third me that comes in. And me, the hero me, is just like, it's you. And the villain me is like, it's you. And the help me is just like. And then me and me team up and we beat me. The end. Shout out to Imprint Jones. Oh, dude, I fucking love you. Fucking. On to the question. Now, the question and the unlocking memories are going to be the majority of the show. I just wanted to break this down. I have some awards to give out. I'm in my, shiny blazer or whatever. So, some awards I'm going to give out. First category is Guest of the Year. Quezt of the Year. And, I mean, you're looking at him. I was going to have Quezt as soon as I could get everything set up. That is in the works. But for now, your boy was Guest of the Year. So, fucking. Who the fuck burped during my applause? Dude. Host of the Year. Okay. All right. Now it's just getting too easy. Host of the Year, me. Host. I don't see. It has. I was punny with it, with the Quezt. But if I was to just be like, the host. I got a message from Jordan the other day. And he puts all of his fucking letters as Z's because, bro, I'm not that punny about it. Fuck you, Jordan. So, favorite episode. Now that's a real one. And I feel like my favorite episode and my least favorite episode are always the last one that I do. Like, I know for a fact that I watch this more than any of you guys. Because I have to edit, but like even post when it's already on YouTube. Like, I'll watch it just to make sure that I was in the moment. Like, I was trying to be silly. Like, no, nothing else. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But we're going with it. We're going with it. No, but that I'm in the moment and I watch it because it helps me escape as much as it might help you. So like I said, thanks for watching. Dude, like and subscribe. I know we're already on the question. I usually do the thanks for watching and like and subscribe. But, you know, not everything has to be... See, I was going to click restart, but not everything has to be perfect. And that's what I'm going to try to learn going into 2022. Fucking... 22. This is me. People fuck up. People make mistakes. I do want the show to be as best as it can be. I want to fuck with my brothers and I want to fuck with my friends. But you guys deserve real and not some Hollywood fucking cookie cutter like action. Like, okay, I have to be Robert. I have to be go. No, not with you guys. Maybe with everybody else, but not with you guys. So I appreciate that. You guys are my favorite episode. No. Cheesy. But no, for like, before I get into the unlocking memories and we really break this thing down, I always want to be the best that I can, but I have to be like real with it. I can't, I don't know. See, this wasn't part of the show. That's why I'm trying to articulate it right now. But my favorite episode, number-wise, is probably anything after 17. That's when I got the Stream Deck and the buttons, and that was before the YouTube, so I wasn't leaning on it as hard. But anything before 17, I feel like is just a hard listen. I tell people that all the time. They might come up to me and be like, "Hey, man, I caught your podcast." I'm like, "Oh shit, really?" Like it's genuine. Like, I can't believe you watched my podcast. Did you take a long shit or something? Like, or were you just that bored? Like, you know there are shows like The Sopranos, right? Like, you know that there are shows on Netflix and HBO, and you're watching the Quezt with Robert Dylan Vasquez. Why? But they'll be like, "Yeah, man, you talk about UFC a lot," and I'm like, "Oh no, you're watching the old stuff." No. Don't start it from the beginning. That's nice, but start it from like right now. Right now. That we are the best that we are right now, and then next episode we will be better, and we will keep getting better. And that's why every episode is my favorite, because we keep getting better. And it's my least favorite because I'm critical on myself and it could be better. Like, I'm going to hate myself for blabbing like this, off cuff. But it's necessary. It's to show you guys that I don't plan everything. This isn't my first take, but I don't plan everything. So with that being said, we're going to go on to the unlocking memories. Hopefully I answered any question that I had. Dude, fucking. On to the unlocking memories. And what I have written down, since I can't fucking see anything, I have creating the podcast, MoonRouteStudios, the Quezt. We're going to look back on episode 1. We're going to critique, and we're going to look at how far we've come. That's all I have written down. So, numero uno, creating the podcast. I wanted to do a podcast for 2.5 or 3 years before I actually did a podcast. It was 2018 for sure. And I didn't start it until January of 2021. I was always one of those guys that was like, "Oh, I want to do it. And I never did it until I did it. So if there's something that you want to do, you don't have to just do it. There can be calculation going into things like that. But don't overthink it, because you're going to put so much power into the thinking part that you're not going to do it. I told myself, just have everything set up. You have topics, have all this, pop culture, and what are you going to do? Dude, just be you. Just do you. And that, it's not only for the people trying to do entertainment or stand-up, or to the fullest extent, do you. You're not obligated to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. So work towards, not just think, work towards, and see, I sound all motivational and serious and shit. Fucking. Okay. That's my silly button. That's my serious interrupter. Dude, that's what I'm going to do with that button. My Cena button is, if you guys aren't familiar with John Cena, when he was supposed to be out with injury, was the 30th contestant in the Royal Rumble, and everybody was like, it's John Cena! Like, so surprised. Came out of nowhere, disrupted the whole thing. So when I'm getting too serious, I'm going to hit the Cena button, and it's going to disrupt all that. But no. I created the podcast, but how? How did I create the podcast? I had based it off an idea in my head that I got hanging out with a recovering meth addict and my friend Nick. Now, Nick is one of my best friends, one of my greatest influences. I'm actually wearing a one-of-one misprint Big Bad Bastard shirt. Shout out to Young Calabaster. Underneath my get up for my 52nd episode, my 1 year anniversary of this, because he's the one who told me to do it. I called him and I was like, what do I do, dude? How do I go about it? He's like, Robert, we've talked. You have everything that you need. Just do it. He didn't say stop being a bitch, but I think he did. And it was literally that weekend, or that next weekend, rather. I set everything up. I got my boy Jordan over here, my producer, my engineer. And I got him over here, and he set everything up for me, and I clicked play. And that was I clicked record, rather, clicked play. And that was it. It was off to the races. Once I got that first one up, and like I said, I shout out to the people that have been there since day one, my day one A1s. All the support and all the critiques and all the, I would do this, or the lighting or the angles and all that stuff. And all the fucking worthless opinions that I had to sit through and, No. My favorite thing to do now is when somebody's like, hey, you should do this on your podcast, or you should do this. I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, come over Friday night. What are you doing? Or what are you doing Friday night? And they're like, huh? I'm like, yeah. You can come over to my house and you can sit in the chair and you can fucking do the podcast. How about that? Dude, I have not rambled like this since the early episodes. And the reason for that being is because I can't see the board. Because you boys got sunglasses on because I'm a dickhead. So, I got the idea for MoonRouteStudios. I got the idea to do the podcast from Nick. But for MoonRouteStudios, like I said, I was hanging with Nick in this recovering meth head that I shall name, or I'm not going to say his name. Leave nameless. So, we're all hanging out and we're singing. He's got the guitar and we're like rapping over like beats and shit. And we need people get together for a night. They do crazy things. There were no hardcore drugs involved, but people get together and it was like that 1 a.m. sleepover kind of silliness. And we were all just having fun. And we were like, dude, if we were something, what would our thing be? And fucking Methy goes, MoonRoute. And I was like, maybe not that night, but I was just like, MoonRoute. And I said it so many times. I was like, but what? Like MoonRoute, what? And so Ding ding. A ding a ding a ding. Dude. So I wish I could shout him out by name. But I'll leave that. I'll leave that until he wants a piece of this. And then I'll be like, hey, no. No. I did this. You did what you did, okay? So, shout out to him. But shout out to my boy Nick. He's been there, I wouldn't say for me all the time, like most of the troubled times. Like where he's like Scooby-Doo schemed his way out of it. But no. On a serious note, fuck. On a serious note, Nick has always been a big brother to me. I really appreciate him. I love him. He is a wonderful friend most times. And so I wouldn't have... I owe a big part of who I am to him. Just because, whether it be positive or negative, that guy's helped shape me into who I am. He got the ball rolling on this when I could have stuck it out we could be 7 weeks away from the 1 year Queztiversary. The 1 year Queztiversary. Episode 52, Queztiversary. We could be 7 or 8 weeks, probably months away. I don't know if I ever would have started it. I needed that person to shut me up. 2 years of talking, almost 3. Just, hey, that podcast you're talking about doing, do it. So, shout out to Nick. I didn't want to get too sappy on him. Okay. The Quezt. I didn't want to get too cheesy with the name, but what the fuck else am I going to call it? Robert's Happy Time. No, this is a journey. From the first episode to now is a journey, is a trip, and is an adventure, is a Quest. But the only reason I can call it the Quest is because my name is Robert Dylan Vasquez. If I put the little Spanish shit on the end of Vasquez and it was Vasquez or whatever the fuck, it would be the Quezt. It was Robert Dylan Vasquez. No, the Quest. So, anyways, didn't want to get too punny with the name, but I liked it from the jump. It was a little cringy, but once you get past, okay, it's the name, like this is what I watch. It's not like I'm calling it Teletubbies or something. I don't know. And so, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys the first little bit of whatever I thought was okay to put out into the world, into the realm, into the void that is YouTube. Dude. Dude, we were fucking... Hello. What's up, guys? For sure, tone down the music before you start talking. We're watching The Quest. I am your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Hey, be slower with your intro. Hello. What's up, guys? You are watching The Quest, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Thank you for coming, dude. If you're checking this out, you're awesome. And I probably begged you. No, I did beg a lot of people. As you can see, this episode is pretty old. It's in a different studio. It has 100.5 views or something like that. Because I sent it to probably 40 people. So I'm glad it blew up as much as it did. But I've been wanting to do a podcast for such a long time, dude. And I just haven't had the means or the avenue to do so. So now I'm finally here. I'm here, dude. I'm here repping Young Calabaster, dude. Again, repping young Calabaster, dude. Dude, check him out on Twitch. My friend Nick. We're here in MoonRouteStudios. MoonRouteStudios is just this entity that just is social media and like the mainstream everything. And talk about what I want to do with this. Get that mic fixed. Say what I want to say, and then I'll get out of your hair. I really appreciate you for checking me out. I don't have like a chat room or whatever, so I will have a comment section. That'll be something we talk about. Hey, no shit. Lovely girlfriend, Miranda. Oh. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. When you get into something like that, when you get into talking about like accessories for your action figure, dude, like I just love stupid little questions like that. And I think, in all honesty, who am I talking to? Dusko Tordorovich. Oh my God, he's talking about the UFC playing. There's a card on Wednesday. It's Neil Magny versus Michael. God. He's just gonna go out there and slug, and then he's gonna lose to Jeremy. Jesus Christ. Where to reach me in just a second. But that's what my Saturday is gonna look like. UFC on ABC. I will be at a baby shower. Shout out to my boy Mike Burke for inviting me. Hey. I still have to get something for the baby registry. God, his baby wasn't even alive. His fucking baby wasn't even alive. Dude, that's crazy. That's nuts. That episode compared to this episode, I can guarantee you all of the previous takes, all the things that I thought were shitty about this episode are way fucking better than that POS right there. I am so glad that the lighting is different, and you can see it in the reflection, but the lighting is different in here. It's the way I want it. Like, you could see there were elements then, like, of the studio now. Great, but this feels more like home than that did. So, shout out to that Robert, and he's got ambition and he's got drive, and he turned that Robert into this Robert. So shout out to him. Different colored hat and all. Dude, thank you guys. That was what it was. A little bit of critiques. I'm glad I talked to you guys more, because I was talking to you, but I don't know. Whoa, I don't even know what I was trying to get across. Like with the questions and stuff, I've always had questions from the jump, silly little stuff. But the UFC talk, that's not a silly time. That's hey man, you couldn't get more serious than being half naked in a cage, getting punched and kicked and elbowed, and having your rims, having your limbs torn off. Yeah, that's not a silly time. I do love the sport. I told you guys, I've dabbled in training, but that's not a silly time. So what we're going to do going into the year 2022 is we're going to turn this little amp that I got. I feel like all these episodes have been at like a 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the amp just a little, maybe not a 10 right away, but I need to start seeing elements of that time. I need to start taking you guys out of your day-to-day and putting you in the driver's seat of the Silly Mobile. Fucking, won't you take me to Funky Town? Dude, what percentage of people in Funky Town do you think have sexually transmitted diseases? Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I've taken up way too much of your time. Thank you for being here with me. We're back next week at the Greenville Comedy Zone. We're back next week for episode 53. 53. Dude, and this is all because of you. And me. Well, we can share. We can share credit that you do good work. Thank you guys. I love you, and I will see you later.